Diamond B Sports presents the American Sports Cavalcade. A panorama of speed, color, drama, and excitement. The American Sports Cavalcade.
The Gear Jammers Truck Series rolled into Las Vegas for race number 6 of the season, and little did we know it would produce one of the wildest moments of the season thus far. Early on lap 21, Shawn Hughes and pole sitter Cody Fowler having a resume of a bit of a battle they had earlier in the race. Fowler tried the inside line to get the lead back from Hughes, but to no avail, and they almost touched on the exit of turn 2. Then we fast forward to lap 32 as Jonathan Shipman would hit the wall on the outside of turn 2, lose control on the inside line, would spin out. He would then overcorrect and then spin down and hit the inside wall, and his night was already done for the driver of the 23. The first round of pit stops saw most of the runners take field, including David Schutt, Shawn Hughes, Brett Buncari, Jimmy Christensen, and Gloria Quintanilla, among others. Two drivers in the back were the only ones to take tires, that being Chris Scala and James Wilms. And those tires would pay off on lap 40. Chris Scala would go to the outside of David Schutt and Shawn Hughes. He would blow by both of them and would open up a massive lead, as this green flag line would last a very, very long time. And speaking of that long run, James Wilms on lap 47 would get by Shawn Hughes, take over the number 2 spot, and would look like a good run going for a driver who had been having a very quiet season to this point, as Wilms is trying to establish himself as a good runner once again. We fast forward to lap 73. Brett Buncari and Shawn Hughes are resuming another one of their battles as they were battling over third place. Buncari trying to get to the inside of Hughes down the front straightaway into turn 1 and 2, but the 13 Napa machine of Hughes would eventually hold off the Blue Jays number 19, and that would prove to be a bit of importance as the yellow would come out a few laps later for the caution clock. And while all this race was going on, Chris Scala, who had that massive lead, would lap up to 9th place Cody Fowler as he would pass John Huntington, who was the 10th place truck, and put him a lap down as the caution clock would eventually come out. As pit stops happened on lap 75, only Chris Scala and James Wilms would take field only this time, as everyone else would come in and take 4 tires. While that was going on, J.W. McCauley, who had problems early in the race, was trying to catch up to the pace car, but he would clip the apron and spin and hit the outside wall on the front stretch in a bizarre incident. Then lap 80, and that's when the mayhem would begin, as Chris Scala would get the jump on James Wilms, but Shawn Hughes and Brett Buncari and almost everyone else who were on new tires would start to make their charge. As in turn 3 and 4, Hughes would catch up to the Captain Morgan number 5. He would go to the inside. Buncari tried to stuff it 3 wide, but almost hit them both, as Hughes would take the lead and Buncari would move up to 2nd. And then lap 82 was when the real mayhem would begin, as cars were starting to fan out 3 wide into turn 3 and 4 with the older tires of James Wilms up ahead. David Schutt decides to make it 4 wide with Cody Fowler and the returning Shane Hoffer, as they would stay 3 wide as they would catch up to Chris Scala, and then they would go into turn number 1, and then they would resume another 4 wide sandwich in the middle of turns 1 and 2. And to add even more chaos to the mayhem, as they go 4 wide, Dave Roll would go onto the apron of the racetrack in one of the wildest moments of the season so far. And all of that would benefit a returning driver, Shane Hoffer, who was returning to Gear Jammers action for the first time in a long time, was the beneficiary of all this. He would come up from 8th to 4th in a matter of a couple of laps. Lap 89, Sean Hughes was in a dogfight as Brett Buncari tried to pass him in turn 3, but to no avail. And then on lap 95, David Shutt, who had been running in the top 3 most of the race, would then give his shot in turn 3 on Sean Hughes. But he wouldn't have anything to do with it, as Hughes looked to be among the class of the field, even though there was a lot of tight action throughout. On lap 112, Chris Scala, who was staying out on those older tires, would eventually get lapped by Sean Hughes at the exit of turn 2, almost a role reversal of what happened earlier in the race with Scala. Caution clock would come out on lap 118, so lap 120, everyone would come into the pits. Everyone would take 4 tires except for David Shutt, who decided to only take 2 tires. And then after the restart, we go to lap 124 as Jamie Christensen, who had 4 tires, would get to the inside of David Shutt at the exit of turn number 4. He would pass Shutt for the lead, and he would lead for the first time, but that lead would only last a couple of laps. As on lap 126, Sean Hughes would reassert himself again as the truck to beat. He would get to the inside of Jamie Christensen out of turn 2, and he would take the lead back once again down the back straightaway and into turn 3. However, though, Jamie Christensen was not done yet, as on lap 135, he would hold off a run from Brett Buncari, then go to the inside of Sean Hughes, driving in real deep in turn 3, almost gets into him, and in his desperate attempt to try to get the lead back, would drop to the apron of the track, but then clip the white line and get his truck squirrely. A great save on his part, but he would fall back to 3rd place. And after all that, lap 138, Brent Rogers was having troubles earlier in the race, was coming out of the pits, loses it on the apron and crashes right in front of the field. Luckily, no one else T-bowed him in that accident. On to the final restart on lap 143. Sean Hughes and Brett Buncari with the top 2. Hughes would get a good jump and he would try his best to set sail. And Buncari, in his desperate attempt to try and get back up to Hughes on lap 144, would drive it in too deep in turns 1 and 2, would wash up the track and lose a bunch of ground, and he was also then challenged by Cody Fowler, but he eventually hauled him off. And that was all Sean Hughes needs to collect his 3rd win in the last 4 Gear Jammers Truck Series races. Final results: Hughes with the win, Buncari in 2nd, Fowler in 3rd, Jimmy Christensen 4th, David Shutt 5th, Joe Petrick 6th, Shane Hoffer 7th, John Huntington 8th, Nicholas Londe Church, and James Williams would get a top 10. And in the point standings, with 0 drop races counted, John Huntington continues to lay over Buncari. Then it's Jordan Petrick, Jordan Mallage, and a tie between Nicholas Londe Church and Sean Hughes. Brent Rogers, Cody Fowler, Chris Scala, and Andy Moore round out the top 10.